The hard mode dungeons were out for a while now, and I have successfully taken down all of them at hard mode 10, the toughest stages. But the question is, how fast can I beat them? It wasn't important at the first time. I was just trying to put teams together that can successfully give me 100% run on Dragon, Fire Knights, Spider, and Ice Golem. It's all done. So that's when I put out this team. Every team I took down, every dungeon I took down, I put out this team showing how I took down the hard 10 Golem. That was in March. I think that's when I put out this video. It was a 6 minutes run, but I didn't care because it was 100%. The Ice Golem is not a content I farm regularly, only during fusions like this. The Scurry fusion is currently making us go into the Ice Golem to farm it, and for the dungeon divers, and also for the Ice Golem points, right? So that's the only time I go in there. It's not the most popular content. So you really want to limit the amount of time you spend there by not just building a team that can do it 100%, but to maybe go back and improve that team by making them a little bit faster, so you can maybe spend only 1 hour into the Ice Golem instead of 4 or 5 hours or 2 days in the Ice Golem farming it, right? So anyways, that's what I did recently on stream when I was farming this Ice Golem, and it saw the chat saw that I was spending 6 minutes in the Ice Golem, and they said, Bricks, you have the champions, you have the teams, you have the at silver, why are you not building a better Ice Golem team? And they suggested I pop out the L-Hades raid optimizer and see what teams I can use to beat the Ice Golem faster. This was the team that was decided by the raid optimizer, which a lot of people were using, but the thing I was looking for is 100% consistency from a team like that has no chance of failure, not even a 3% chance of failure. I was not going to accept that. So there's no RNG involved right here. So that's the team that made it work. I'll first of all show you the old team I was using that was doing it 6 minutes run, and it was 100% successful, but it was slow because we only had one damage dealer right there, Ninja, and he wasn't built the best either, but everybody's around him was made to survive. This team was supposed to survive, tanky. I brought in decreased attack from my turtle, reducing the damage from Duchess, block revive with my Lydia, decrease defense on them also. Lydia doesn't even do the decrease defense on the boss because we don't want him to get too much damage anyways. And then block damage also from what's her name now, Demeter. So I brought in everything I could to make sure it was a 100% success team, and this was always successful. Nobody dies except my turtle, and it comes back to life. So that's the old team that I released when I was talking about in this video. In this one, I want to showcase this new team that was recently decided is going to be the new one. This team was inspired by the chat, like I said, and their names were S and J that was really helping me with this team. Endgame players in raid, and they really helped me a lot. So Sia is the MVP because she takes down the wave 1 and wave 2 fast. We've seen her do this in the Dragon. We've seen her do this in Fire Knight wave. We've seen her do this in the wave content. She's not new. She has a 6-star crushing render. That's a +2 Sia. So she doesn't even need decreased defense out there and weaken to make big nukes to clear everything in the first wave. She does need her 2 or 3 buffs though. So in this case, I'm bringing Muslim Mage, and his role right here is just to place this number of 3 buffs on us so Syria can strip it off. That's why he's here in the team. No other reason. He turned off all his other skills he's not used in the battle, in the boss stage. And the MVP, as for when we get to the boss, will be Attack. Attack is here. He's not new to raid. He's been released a while now, and everybody knows he's amazing for soloing content. He can be alone in the team, keep himself alive with some regen and immortal sets, and do damage through his HP burn, while also activating the HP burn with his A2, while also placing decreased attack on the enemy so he doesn't take too much damage. We all know his passive will also be restoring his max HP that is being destroyed. He's an amazing champion, so he's not the only champion that can do this, obviously, but it seems like he's the one I already built, or was recommended to me by the L8 artifact extractor, right? So I put in a leader slot with speed aura to just get me a little bit faster. Yes, you'll need high speed for this. This is not obviously not beginner content, right? I just wanted to showcase the team that worked. In terms of a reset champion, is either Prince Kama or Yumeko, but I think there's a rare champion that can possibly slot into that location because your reset champion will only be used in wave 2 before you start any turn. He just goes in there, reset the cooldown of Sia and everybody else, right? So I think a Renegade might work in his place, but you might want to, Sia might wait 1 turn before she goes in with that nuke on the second wave. So Renegade might work in that place. I've not tried it though. So I'm about to run the battle. I'll show you the MVP stat right here, which is going to be mainly Attack, and I'll show you what is rocking with and the total speeds that you can use. You can also use the raid optimizer to check which teams are best for you. It will be recommended for you based on the champions you have, not just based on the champions I have. So in case you don't have an attack, check there. I see some people even using this revive on death champion that places revive on death on everybody else, and they all come back to life when the boss does his big nukes. That's also a strategy, just like she was used in the Sun Devil Necropolis. If I can find her, here she is. I see some people using a Mother Sibel. That's also a recommendation if you don't want one of these teams that always dies, right? She can also be in there to bring everybody back to life, and the battle continues whenever the boss does his big nukes. All right, I'll run this battle. At the end, I'll come back and show you the stats for these champions and the presets that makes it happen, because yes, you will need some presets else it will fail. I needed to glyph everything also. Let's see how fast it can go. I run out of glyph a lot, and that's the first wave done. Second wave, Kaima resets, or Yumeko resets anyone it works. And now for the boss, everybody is gonna die. This is not one of those teams that keep everybody alive. We expect them to all go down. That's why I have no revivers. I'm not using any heals. Sia is using only her A1. She's not even allowed to place her increased crit rate, because we don't want to crit the boss at all, not even by mistake. And down she goes. She survived that second nuke. Why? Usually want all of them to die in the second nuke of the boss. But check out attack. He's full. He's healing himself. Every turn he takes, he gets himself back. You expect him to take 2 turns per 1 turn of the boss. That's the ideal situation. 2 turns per 1 turn of the boss. It's not always possible, but he's getting, with all these champions that are dead, he's getting 8 speed each. With the right mastery set on him, he's getting speed from the allies being down. So that's why you want them to die fast, so that he can get the speed from them being dead on the battlefield. He gets a bunch of speed through that way. I also made sure I used my what do you call those things now, the ascension bonuses that he got from getting +2 in his blessings. So that's something that is giving him some bonus stats also. That's gonna be a 1 minute 22 seconds Ice Golem run. It's better than the 6 minutes run I was doing initially, right? And also when it comes to those turn attack, those battles, I think this will also be helping me get faster runs in the Ice Golem turn attack battles or tournament that usually comes up. Let me go over there and show you the team's total stats from this screen, so you can just have an idea of what they're looking like. Team presets first of all, because it's quite important. Team presets are important. The first one I'll show you is that Sia is not allowed to use her skills on the boss. I turned off everything, and those are her stats right here on this side. You can see her speed, her crit damage, and her attack. Not that high, right? And then the next MVP is going to be attack. Attack is here to prioritize on the boss. He's going to use only, prioritize this skill, and then this one second. So that's his presets. And check out his stats right here. His stats is important. I was trying to hit 100k on his HP and about 4k on the defense, or 35 on the defense, but I'm falling short. So if I have other ways to boost his HP and defense, I will do it to make sure that he doesn't mistakenly get so low on the in the health and get down. So 100k HP is what I will expect, and then 4k defense is the one way to guarantee that you never fail. I will try to improve that over time. As for his speed, I had 250 watts, but I wanted to go over and above and get up to maybe 300 speed, but that will reduce his HP a little bit. So 275 speed is what I'm rocking with. Remember, I've not considered other masteries, speed that he's also going to be getting. I'll also be showing you that in the total stats. Crit rate, crit damage, not much. You see his crit is 15%, not even prioritized because you don't need damage on him. His damage is coming from the HP bone. Check out his resistance, right? You don't want him to get a decreased defense from the side arts that the boss hitting him and get freezing him. You don't want anything to happen to him in terms of damage or getting debuffed. That's why his resistance is that high. If you use the Elhade's Rage Stage 2, you can tell how much stats you need from the boss in terms of accuracy and resistance requirement. So those are the two ones I show over here because they are quite important in their presets. As for these other places, it doesn't matter. Kaima is said not to use this reset in the first skill, while he can use it in the second turn. He can use his reset in the second turn. Muslim Mage is set not to do any healing on the boss. You see, he's not even allowed to do anything, not place any buffs, because I don't want him placing increased defense enough and we surviving too long. Razorvag is allowed to do whatever, he's just gonna die anyways. It's very squishy, my Razorvag. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is what can make you get the stats required to make this happen, because I was falling short after I built the team. I had to go in here, Great Hall, area bonuses, and put some stats finally into the Ice Golem. Now, since this area, Great Hall area bonuses came out, I've been focusing on City of Centranos, Hydra, you know, some Sand Devils, Corset City. I will be focusing down here. But just because of this team, I had to go put some of this, my hard end crest, into the Ice Golem, and I put it all on speed. You can see, I put it on speed, everything on speed. And when I ran out of all this one, I started putting on maybe resistance and defense. So those are the two things I was focusing on. This might get you some stats to surviving longer if your builds are not giving you the best stats you need to, you know, reach what you require for that content. That's one tip right here for you. It really helps. So if I go back into my champions and show you this attack again now from this perspective that shows you the total stats, you see, if I select the area bonuses from, where is that dungeon again? Ice Golem. You can see he's getting at 8 speed is not a lot, but it's adding, that's where his speed is coming from. 8 speed, 8 bonus speed from here, 8 resistance and 47 defense. It's not a lot, but it helps. A little bit help. And in terms of his artifact, you can see everything is fully glyphed. Everything is, well, not fully maxed, but at least I managed to glyph it up and spend one of these my hard to obtain oils, right, that we found from the Sand Devil Necropolis. I used it on all these artifacts to give him even a extra 12 speed glyph. What I'm saying is this is not easy to do. You have to max out all your gear to their best of their ability. The reason why these ones are not maxed, because they went attack and this one went attack. Soon when I swap this gear to something else than attack, I will max it out. Everything needs to be maxed. You can come in here with some quasi champion, and yes, that's what makes him tick also. Immortal and regen. You might not need the regen, but definitely, I mean, you might not need the immortal, but definitely the regen is needed, right? The regen is what makes him heal. I don't think triple immortal will even get him that much healing. So he's the MVP right here. As for the Seer, you've already seen the build. I do have dedicated champion builds about all the champions you saw in that team. You can just search their name, add my name, and you'll find dedicated builds where I show you how I built him. I just wanted to showcase him specifically because he is all is needed for the boss. However you choose to get through the wave 1 and wave 2, whether with a Seer or other means, with a poison explosion, it doesn't matter. Team reset skills with a Kaima or Yumeko, or no team reset, it doesn't really matter. Get to the boss, use attack, you can survive it. So if you can get to 100k HP and 4k defense or less. All right, I think that's all I wanted to showcase for this my new Ice Golem team. It's 100% consistent. Before I put out this video, I've run about 50 battles or 70 battles. None of them failed, and I've glyphed up everything I can to make sure that it never fails. So there will not be any time where the boss hits this dude where with the 2 side arts alive. If that happens, he's definitely gonna die. But with the HP bond doing only the damage, that doesn't happen at all. So I'll run it one more time for good luck and show you guys that it's truly 100% consistent. Shout out to the Haze Artifact Extractor for recommending this one for sure, and for my chats to helping me build this team together over there on twitch.tv/Vivix5D. Let me know in the comments, do you still hate the Ice Golem tool so much that you only come to farm it during a fusion, or are you beginning to look into getting more cost set for your Hydra champions? That's the reason why I usually farm this. And remember, the Ice Golem is one of those content where people don't push for it in the tournament. So if there's an Ice Golem tournament and you want those relentless sets, this might be a way for you to get easy relentless set because people don't push for it hard. I'll look at my points requirement and see. I know the fusion is what I come in here, but now I see that my team is faster. I can begin to do it with one of those tournaments and see if I can get relentless sets more. So yeah, I just wanted to flex my end game Hydra team. If you're new to raid, I do have early game guides about these dungeons also, not just end game guides. So check out the playlist below on my Noob to Pro series where I struggled through Ice Golem 10, 11, 20 and so on. Yeah, that will help early game players. For now, I'm happy with my new team, and yeah, I'll enjoy it until something new comes out that will be better than this. For now, I'm not going to change it maybe for the next 1 year or so, because I've not changed my Dragon and Fire Knight team for a while too. All right, make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know in the Comment below how fast is your Ice Golem team. Let's all flex in the comments, guys. Later, guys.